Welcome back, everybody, to some AEL University CS2 open competition here. It's a Matsy and TwoTapTony once again coming at you with all the best action. And Tony, it's been a minute since we've been on this battlefield, but we are going to be yielding all the results with CS2 action here tonight. And how you feeling about it all?
Yeah, feeling good. You know, Counter-Strike's had some changes since last we saw it here in the AEL. So it's it's good to be back. Good to be new stuff going on in Counter-Strike as always. But yeah, good to be backers.
Love to see it. Just like some other new stuff on the block, Tony, like our sponsors. A big shout out to AGON by AOC, the #1 gaming monitor brand in the world. AGON by AOC provide best-in-class monitor solutions for gaming and all other needs. But Tony, you know what I need right now? A big shout out to HyperX and Officeworks. And let's get into it.
Absolutely. Power up your game with the latest HyperX gear at Officeworks when you need speed, control, and zero distractions. Officeworks has got the tech. Discover gaming gear made to handle serious business and play.
Big shout out to HyperX and Officeworks there. But of course, last but not least, a big shout out to Indomie, the noodle partner, made with high quality flour and selected ingredients and spices. A plate of Indomie mee goreng will certainly brighten up your day. Try any one of the flavors available today from your local grocer or at indomie.com.au. I gotta say, talking about them, I'm hungry already, Tony. I can't wait to dig into some Indomie and to dig into some amazing games because we are gonna be checking out some of the awesome action right now. Let's get this feast on, dig into these games here. You can see we got our third place decider, Monash taking on the UOM side of things there, and we got our grand final, Macquarie taking on a Swinburne, Tony. Obviously, they had a bit of a journey through the semis to get there, but I'm just burning with the desire to get into these games, Tony. I'm keen.
Yeah, no, these should be some exciting ones. I was going to say, looking at how the semi-finals have gone for both of these teams, and both these teams in the grands and both these teams in third place. Very close, 2-1s for both Swinburne and Macquarie. That's why they made it through to the grands. And then Monash, UOM, unfortunately found themselves the losers of those semis, so down in the third place decider. But if the semis are anything to go off, this should be an interesting playoff bracket for us this evening, Matt.
Couldn't agree with you more, Tony. I reckon it's going to be real interesting. It's going to be some prime CS2 here and now tonight. I'm excited to check out exactly how our teams are looking because we got Monash and UOM right now. Let's see who's going to be playing for them. For Monash, we got the HP Desk Jet there, Doomed, Frog, Vortex, Alex42 going to be Monash. But UOM, we've seen him before. We're going to see him again right now. It's Beaver, Luca 1Gs, Attila 6K, Night Guard, and Skies. So definitely excited to see how the matchup plays between these two rosters here. Obviously, some players we've seen before in previous endeavors here with AEL, and very excited to see how they go here again tonight.
Yeah, it should be an interesting one. We're a little bit more familiar with the UOM side, right? We've seen Beaver, Luke 1Gs, Attila all kind of play within the Uni League itself, so it's cool to see that UOM still have a few of the old guard laying around as well. Night Guard, Skies, some of the newer players in that roster. Monash, a little bit of more of an unknown force here going into tonight's game, but, I was going to say unknown is normally sometimes a buffer. I was going to say hard to work out how a team like Monash plays if we don't know too much about them, right?
Yeah, it is a bit of a difficult one, isn't it, to kind of scope out, I guess, some of the capabilities that they might be looking to bring through. But I mean, considering that they have a player like Frog on their team, you would at least expect that they'd be leaping into this action. And just like how we're going to leap into the vetoes right now, Tony, we're going to see Ancient Band, Train Band. But what's going to be staying? It's Inferno. Dust 2 coming at you as well with Nuke and Overpass chopped away, and Mirage going to be the decider. So going into a more traditional lineup of maps here, going through the classic pathway.
Yeah, some would say classic, some would say pug, if we're using the word correctly
here. Cursed as well, Tony.
Some would say cursed, yeah. Inferno, Mirage, Dust 2, staples of the Counter-Strike map pool. It feels like, the Holy Trinity. I was going to say, I feel like those three have been in the pool since the inception of the map pool. You know, Nuke, Overpass, Train, Ancient have been taken here or there for like the longest time. And I was going to say, we just got Train back, we just got Overpass back, and it feels like criminal to not be playing those ones. But, you know, some of these teams don't like those maps. And we're getting into it. Inferno to kick it off. It is the third place decider, UOM Monash, Matt, and should be a fun one to get underway.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, super fun here. UOM are going to be on the side. Monash on a DN. Already looking at tracking down a banana. Pull away. Push their way in. Take it easy.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing holding the CT line. Good shots coming through there, though. Luke1G is able to pick up one onto Alex, taking him out of the piece. And Monash losing him early. They still have to fight the good fight down towards bottom banana here, because Skies is looking around, trying to poke and prod onto this D side. Frog under fire against Skies right now, and the shots come through. Beaver will swing as well. UOM just pints them down banana for free. And they'll pick up the pistol here on Inferno. And for Monash, unfortunately, one to drop there, a little bit slow to the party, and, you know, UOM were quick to adapt in the play there.
Yeah, quick to adapt and ready to go. Let's see. Play slow here. And there.
This will pick out once again towards banana this time. UOM not opting for too aggressive an approach with the M4s out, and they're going to be looking to play the range here. Vortex in that deep tuck over towards the corner of Sandbags. There's going to be one picked up by Skies already on the flank as we go down towards bottom middle here. Beaver all the way in the tunnel, just looking for something, but of course nobody really going to be spotted here. The T side of Monash looking to wrap down towards the bottom of second middle now. We'll see Skies pick up Vortex there towards top banana as well.
Top banana, and looking to see if they can peel away from this one. Just going to be holding on for a second here. Good shots down second mid. We'll be able to pit them down and lock it up. And, oh, there you go, Tony. Well done, well played. And they're going to be putting this one on a full display. So, happy days all the way through here. And we'll see what else they can come up with.
Yeah, we'll see what else they can come up with, right? Just a lot of banana control that's been fought for here for Monash early on, and UOM kind of just reading that one to a T, really ready to rotate as well. I was going to say, you can see both the A players, Beaver and Nightguard, just kind of free roaming down the middle when they opt to go for it, you know, once again. Luke1G's just going to be pushing through the molly. Lost mind, Alex will pick that one up onto Luke, and now for the moment, Monash have found themselves an early lead.
Early lead and looking to see if they can speed away through this one. They take it easy for a second longer here, but nothing else. And now nicely done though. Good trade coming out onto the site here. So Monash going to be able to get a nice amount of early control. This guy's waiting patiently. Oh, the angle is just so nasty here. Vortex has a solid spot. Just waiting their way through in the library. The play timing's great. Oh, can't shut the gate on it. And they will be able to get shots over the top. So well done there by Vortex. Leaving it just down to Skies right now. Looking to see if they can push it up here. But they're just going to have to wait things out on the other side of this smoke. Should they push their way in, though, it'll be the end of the round before their very eyes. There you go. Skies does find one back. The bomb's still ticking down. Skies doing everything they can here. The time is against them right now, and they are going to be forced to concede. So, well done. Monash get their first round.
And a good round for Monash. And, well, I was going to say not falling is getting to be a good thing. I was going to say getting those early picks, right? Finding that fight towards banana early. Luke1G is getting a little bit over-aggressive, and UOM, I was going to say, not the side to be getting over-aggressive on that CT side. You have very limited economy to work with, so they're going to be relegated to, oh my god, pretty healthy buy for this one, but you you've only won 2 rounds in this first side of the half, and you need a little bit more buffer before you kind of go for those risky plays. We'll see Beaver, though, getting a little bit more aggressive through the apartments. We'll be able to pick up Vortex.
We'll be able to pick it up and lock it down here. Looking to just wait things out for the time being. It could be opened up. The smoke is not going to dissipate everything, but the shots trailed through. Will be able to catch something back. Going to see if they could for a few more as well. Monash in a ton of trouble right now. UOM are just claiming so much space towards the midsection here. Ooh, Monash, position given away as well. Doomed does find one back. Yeah, nicely done. Not going to be able to catch anyone else, though. Well played by Skies.
That's a beautiful shot. Great reactionary play there from Skies. And now the rest of UOM sitting comfortably, holding the edge of this smoke. Frog just been stuck T-stairs this whole time with that scout. Really can't do all too much. That smoke just waiting to go down. Both players practicing patience. Sky's going to be wrapping around behind the flank here. He's going to give Frog a little bit of a room to work with, and he is going to put the ship between the shoulder blades, and it is going to be third round to UOM.
Well done, well played there. They are going to be able to take deep control of that one, and they'll be able to have a solid foundation, I suppose, for the early stages of the game tone. But just super keen to see what kind of responses we're going to have through there from our T side. You know, I was really impressed when they were able to divide up that control of the A side earlier into the piece to steal away their first round there, and I feel like they need more of that kind of mentality. You know, catch their opponents off guard. Like UOM, they look disjointed into that round, but obviously they do run it back into the rounds ahead here. But if they can just find their strengths once again, you know, just like that, I think that there's definitely a competitive path ahead here.
Yeah, I was going to say, not too familiar with Skies' game, but they're definitely showed up some big performance so far. I was going to say already 12-1, I believe, on the CT side. Just kind of taking it to town against Monash and, you know, showing that some of these newer guns, they're a little bit sharp in the server. You know, you've got your old guard experience with Beaver and Luke 1Gs and Attila, but Skies Night Guard really showing out so far here. For Monash, you know, it's a little bit rough. You know, we've had a few from Vortex, but, you know, maybe one from Alex, but the rest of the guys aren't really putting up the numbers just yet. Maybe, you know, slowly starting to warm up into it. You know, Inferno is one of those, I guess, maps that you can really lend yourself to a T-side warm up here, and especially with the fact that UOM are firing on cylinders, you need to come to play here in the series.
Yeah, you know, just like you said there, Tony, warming into the series, you know, they're burning through the kindling. We're going to get to the full thickness there of the game. We're going to get a full-blown blaze into the game by the end of this one, and I'm very excited to see exactly how these two teams step up to the plate, you know. But speaking of stepping up to the plate, it's time to get back out the gate. It's time to unpause and get down to business here. So, very eager to see how Monash will approach this coming forward. Obviously, their economy is still a bit disjointed here, so it might be going for a bit more of a rush-type play mentality into this one before they really hit the ground running. But for now, they're taking it slow. Ooh, taking it easy. Vortex almost gets breezed past here.
Yeah, leg shot there from Attila, who I don't think, at least from what we've seen previously from UOM, I didn't know Attila was too much of an AWP here, but arch side hold there for Night Guard, able to collect on the tag there onto Vortex. Maybe opting to play a little bit closer here with the AK. I don't know, that's probably the wisest of decisions, but if you're feeling it, you're feeling it. Night Guard, only clearing out boiler for the moment, needs to come back though. Is a play quite close. Frog just on the other side. Attila's still posted here towards the arch side, has wrapped all the way around. Monash kind of, I guess, trapped in apartments, right? You've got Beaver up on the balcony, you've got Night Guard here towards Dig, and you've got Attila over towards Arch side. Monash, if they still want to pull the trigger to A, they're going to be running into a firing squad.
And it is going to be an absolute bloodbath there. They rip and tear through three, so really well played by the UOM side here, leaving it all up to Alex. Tries to clash their way in, but they aren't able to react in time to get much through. So UOM are just going to be cool, calm, collected, as they dismantle that eco piece by piece. But into that occurring, we will have now Monash having access to a full-blown buy here, full util coming at you. So it's time for a bit of recovery, and definitely excited to see how they rinse their way through it as they go and settle into that default setup there. You know, they got a few coming down second mid. Some looking to take mid presence and some up banana. So not allowing the CTs to go for anything too early here as they claim a bit of space of their own. But the CTs, they're still locked into solid positions here to react to any quick plays. And just like that, a trade opens the account.
The trade, Attila gets one towards Banana. Vortex, though, in the meantime, found the arch side player. Attila's not playing that direction this time around with the AWP. Monash with their early presence over towards second mid. Middle. Now have to look towards A here. Skies will be able to pick up one on Alex. Looking for another. Looking for a third, fourth. Skies will collect them all from the side of Arch. Drop the banana bomb here. And we'll be 5 rounds. UOM.
That it will. The bucket continues to fill here with more and more rounds. And another one could be very achievable around the corner as, once again, Monash just served into the eco zone. It seems almost inescapable at this point, but there's still more opportunities. Let's see if they're going to take this one. A big flash through Nana there, taking advantage of the timing, and Luke 1Gs is going to be able to rip it up there. Amazing stuff coming through for UOM. They are just feeling it right now. And will be able to shut down yet another round into their favor. So 6-1 on the scoreline at this point, and very eager to see how Monash fares jumping in to their own. Next to a buy round here, as they've got the AWP in hand there for Doomed. Not going to be picking up much more, like they got armor at least to smoke. But they're really going to rely on their teammates here to set things up to, yeah, really try and find some structure into the rounds here. If Dooms can get an early pick here, this would be so big for them. Look, they're jiggling it. They're looking to wiggle around, but they're not committing towards such a dangerous angle there.
Now, the one thing UOM are committing towards, though, is this heavy banana stack this time around. We don't see Luke 1G's go for peak. They're going to be playing Skies towards the car. What used to be the car, I was going to say now barrels, and we'll be opting to fall back there with the cover of the smoke. Attila still shooting through that one. Monash have taken up the space, but they're taking a lot of damage in the process.
And more where that came from, as they will be able to shut down both players onto Banana. Luckily, Attila going to be around the corner, wrapping through Con there. Does take a bit of damage, but they're not going to be able to fight it back. They're stuck, cornered, and Monash will be able to prevail. So, unveiling this round, shutting down a kill after kill, and leaving it all up to Beaver to try and burrow their way through. They don't know exactly where Beaver's coming from yet, but if Beaver at least can play for extra kills here, this could be a major opportunity. Still not spotted. But now they will be. Nicely done by Alex there, remaining in position, composed, and they will dispose of that round. So Monash, they're back on deck. They looked a lot more in control in that round, I'd say, Tony. Like, where has this been the last 4?
Yeah, really needed that one from Monash. I was going to say UOM with a little bit of early space control there towards Banana, with the fact that they kind of had better spawns for it, right? They could throw a bunch of nades, hide behind a smoke wall, and then Monash just decided to burst through it. Once it's down, they take the fights there towards the sandbag players. And again, I was going to say it's not really Monash doing a whole lot. It's UOM kind of over-aggressive and playing into Monash's hand there. Luke 1G's under fire will be traded by Vortex. So Monash, once again, first kills go their way, and Alex is not letting up the pace now. Beaver, a quick trade back for 2. We'll be able to trade out to another M4. We'll fall back to safety. Monash, just when you thought they had the winning step, though, UOM are able to pounce back.
Yeah, just equalising the round there, and they've got plenty of time to play with as well. So Monash would look to recover here. This fight's going to be so critical. Oh, he spotted one. The patience. Oh, pays dividends to an extent, but now at least enables the ability to decipher their position. So Frog quickly trying to get that bomb down. Attila playing very carefully here, but knows now they can look to push into this with a bit more haste, but can't afford to give away the sound cues there. Frog only focused on one part of the site right now. They are clearing it, but the timing could be really big for Attila here. Ooh, closer, closer. Now they know. Oh, this could be a little better. Trying to shut them out of it. No, gonna miss the shot. Pistols out. Boom! They get the headshot. And Attila will be able to reclaim the round in their favor, putting another one on the board for UOM right here. And my goodness, that one got so close, but luckily the time is right. And they were primed up for that fight.
Yeah, that was an interesting one, right? I was going to say, I felt like the Monash player had the jump, the reposition as well on top of the barrel once the molly came out was so good, and then somehow Attila's still able to just whip out the USP and take his head clean off. So, UOM back to winning ways once again. Monash, you know, they found one room. They need to find a few more. Doomed once again with this AWP. Going to be trying to post on the line here. Beat there of a player from UOM, but he's gotten deep into it. Sky's all the way pushed down through middle. Made as well with the assist of the utility there. Vortex is going to be spotted on the edge of that smoke. They're not going to know that Skies is that deep. Doomed is ready to trade it out.
Ready to trade it out, ready to parade their way through, and we'll see who's going to be able to pull through into the next sector right now. So they're taking it easy. Second longer here. Frog and Co. Just going to be looking to stall their way back into this one. Ooh, going for the jump peaks there. BkWhatOCE. Not getting the... Ooh, I thought they might have spotted the elbow, and they will be able to boulder past. So, now further solidifying their player advantage and leaving Monash in an uncomfortable spot. They're trying to take a bit of control up mid right now, but they decide better of it because nobody got the bomb just yet, and that's going to waste a little bit more time for them. So it's either they commit to the bit right now, or they're going to have to concede and just move on to the next round, Tone.
Yeah, I was going to say, Monash has been doing this a lot, like leaving the bomb towards T-stairs. It's good, you know, when you're just kind of playing default, but you lose a lot of members early, and you kind of lose a lot of the pace that you've kind of built up with some of those trade kills that have happened here. So, Alex will be able to pick the bomb up. Now the rush is over towards A. They will flush a player out in the pit with the molly. They will be able to wrap onto the side here. The arch player there, Beaver, just going to go all the way around here. So bomb will be put down here for Monash. But now into the 2 versus 3. They're going to have to play for these fights to win out.
Oh, and they will play for fights there. Doomed does shut down Attila. It's all going to be up to Beaver now. Going to wrap their way up through apps there. And they've got each other's crossfire, you know, they're holding each other's angles here. And there you have it. Doomed locks it down, he gets the kill in the bag, and we'll be able to bag a third round for Monash. So, only a couple more to go into this half. Yeah, and UOM, you know, they had a very confident start, but I feel like some of that confidence is being found by Monash right now. And this could spell for a bit more trouble heading their way in towards that second half.
Yeah, it's interesting, right? We said overconfidence from UOM, confidence given back to Monash, so still anyone's half of the taking if Monash can keep this up. AK's out to play for this round and already taking aggressive banana control this time around, and this time UOM, they've kind of taken a page out of the round that they lost, where they fought for it too much, so they're opting to give it up this time. Still that top banana smoke giving good cover, keeping Monash guessing. They will opt to deploy the smoke of their own. So this is potentially just going to be a straight up B hit. Great HE flies at the feet of Vortex and HP desk. Now another smoke deployed here. Going to be smoking off Attila. Still, you're in control of all the space. Even a height angle there from BkWhatOCE that Monash weren't expecting.
Yeah, catching them off a guard there, only going to benefit them. And curious to see how Monash will try and conquer the rest of this round here. You know, they're still committed to holding position over towards Banana in case someone gets a bit close. It could work out, guys. Oh, dancing with the opportunity, dancing with the possibility. And there it is. They do slip away. So that's really great information gained for the CTs here. I already know at least one T is towards B. They've smoked them off, so that's going to waste a bit more time. All the meanwhile, though, the rest of the Ts are looking to conquer mid right now. They've got Night Guard to deal with, potentially even Skies if they want to double down onto this one. But for now, the CTs are falling back on their angles and looking to play a bit more safe.
Smoke off Arch side. They will have to run through Dig here, and Beaver is up on the balcony. Sky's up on the side. Will be a quick one from Beaver. Make it 2, make it 3 from the balcony. Beaver, the headhunter, finding all of the picks there for UOM. And Monash, the most doable round, it feels like, the T side. And it just kind of all goes with one heroic play from Beaver. Final round, first half. Yeah, Matt, it's not looking great for Monash.
Yeah, they're in a bit of a tough spot at the moment. You know, they've managed to find some little moments of bliss, little moments of greatness, but these further opportunities just seem to slip from them. Certainly going to be hopeful for an 8-4 scoreline, but I mean, they've already lost a member. The trades are favoring the CTs right now as well, but they do catch one back, so maybe it could be okay by the end of this. Vortex is in a nice angle there. Night Guard could have caught them, but it's going to be Skies actually catching them, as a matter of fact. Oh, wow. What a shot coming through from them. And might even get more. They've given away their own position, though. And the T's, they aren't giving anything back. They've realized that they have to play this one cautiously. And Caution does exercise kills. Traded in both ways. Vortex left to do it all with a minute to go.
A minute left on the clock. 2 individual 1v1s for Vortex to win out. He knows that Sky's pushed all the way through middle, so probably going to be deep of apps, if anything. This guy's, he knows that too. Tucks in towards it. Vortex. Oh, he's going to have to go get that bomb once again. Monash just wasting so much time on this key side, having to grab that bomb from the stairs angle here. Now look to go straight back to A. And UOM, they're not faked out, though. They know that he's going to come this direction. They've got the read. Now 25 seconds. Vortex trying to walk up through. Still has to re-clear every single angle. He doesn't know where either UOM player are. Molly goes towards the pit. Flushes out Skies for a little bit. Forces him to play towards Mini. But it is going to be Night Guard on the crossfire. And it is going to be 9 rounds for UOM on the CT side. What a dominant display here on Inferno to start off, Matt.
Yeah, really impressed with their confidence being put on full display in the first half there. You know, they started off pretty strong, saw some reaction back, but as soon as they get knocked down, they double down in their efforts there, and they come back even stronger than they were before. So, very excited to see how this next half will play out. You know, whether UOM can match that confidence onto the T side, whether Monash really step into their own on the CT side here. All will be proven. Jump straight into it, and it's already going to be kills traded out in the beginning there, looking for more around the corners, but they are not going down just yet. A big nade coming through there could be troublesome for UOM, but for now, they just keep shooting, and they swing their way in.
Yeah, they're just... it feels so weird the way UOM are playing this one. They're happy to play trade positions on the T side of all things. They know that Monash is going to get aggressive, right? It's pistol round. It's a very coin flip kind of round at the end of the day, and you kind of want to go for these crazy fights. Luke 1G's picking up Vortex. UOM trade positions on T sides, not what I expected, but they play it well. They didn't even have to walk up to A mat, didn't even have to wrap Dig or Arch. They just kind of sat there towards top mid. Put Frog under fire there. You saw one player jump up, or attempt to jump up on the balcony to catch Frog's attention, and then Luke 1G's just ran down there.
Yeah, just playing around one another, you know, playing a bit of a bait and switch type of thing into that one, and it worked out perfectly. But speaking of perfect, it's going to be Luke 1G's with a perfect tap there, finding the Death Jet, and let's see what else it will be laying and wait for them around the B side of things. But for now, there's going to be absolutely nothing. Monash forced to regroup here. They got a few through CT spawn there, and one potentially can wrap it back through there, but patience is worn thin as Skies catches Frog.
Yeah, discipline from Frog, from Skies there to catch Frog out. He's just gonna, you know, pick up a few more AKs immediately here from some of the players from UOM, just playing into that confidence that they're feeling after that first half, and Alex is gonna have to retreat BkWhatOCE as well, probably looking to keep the Deagle and Scout into the next round because money's not the greatest. You know, UOM winning the first 2 rounds of this second half. Gonna let Skies walk past for the moment. BkWhatOCE, great trigger discipline to be shown here. And I was gonna say, all he needs is 1 shot, right? It doesn't matter if it's the head or the body. He will go for the head, though, just the stats, right? But in the meantime, Alex gets taken out, so only AK saved here. And it's an AK nevertheless for Monash. 11 rounds, though, UOM.
Yeah, they are going to be able to further solidify their path here, and all they need, a couple more in their favor, would be fantastic. But we'll see what Monash has to say about all that, as they already have the path laid out before them. They just need to put the steps in place to try and achieve it. This would be that big moment. This could be the time for them to swing things around. But for now, they're just looking to settle into those defaults, provide up a bit of control before trying to stroll their way right in.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how UOM play this T-side default, right? They're kind of playing it a little bit further back. Monash, they opted for a lot of early banana control. They opted to leave the bomb towards T-stairs. And then, you know, a little bit of second mid control is thrown in the mix as well. But UOM are kind of very spread out. We've got a few players towards top banana. We'll see Skies spam BkWhatOCE through that smoke. UOM now, with that pick on B, opting to retreat here because we've got Night Guard over towards top middle here. And Monash aren't really fighting for it. They've backed off all the way to side.
Yeah, they've conceded a lot of space off that one, haven't they? And this just gives UOM over the season to approach this one however they please. But Frog gonna be playing some nice angles. They're looking for one. Frog's already moved on to another, and that just goes to show their adaptability. They aren't gonna be able to hold on forever. They still have a teammate on site though, not for long. Say goodnight. It's all up to Alex and Doomed now. UOM are holding firm onto this one. Looking to see if they can shut out more Monash players here.
Yeah, it is doable, right? We've got Luke 1G's low HP, Attila down to 70 about, so 1 good headshot. Well, we could be seeing Monash potentially go for the retake, but not if Attila's already finding that first kill. Doom gets spammed through the smoke. That's going to be the retreat angle. Has to really give it up. No way Doom wins that 1v3. And saving for the last round potentially here, because UOM have looked so dominant here on Inferno so far. They'll continue that streak of dominance going into this one. Everybody exiting down through the middle. It'll be 12 rounds. UOM, and this is not looking great for Monash to start this series off, right, Matt? 3rd place to side up. And, well, UOM really bringing it to them here to start it off.
Yeah, really starting off strong here, aren't they? You know, they've taken all the way to match point in their favor. Like Monash now, they're taking an attack. Just trying to see if they can further drill down exactly what needs to get done into this one. Because, I mean, it's make or break in every sense of the words there, Tone, you know. Because otherwise, we go next. We go to Dust 2. And then we have to reset this whole endeavor all over again. So if Monash put the hard yards in right here, right now, they may get a chance to bring themselves into this next portion here and maybe swing the series back. But the unpause will push through. It's time to get down to business once again.
Back to it. Hail Mary by here for Monash. Already taking a lot of damage early there off the HE. We're going to be seeing the swag 7 of all things from DeskJet. It's going to be BkWhatOCE though. Receiving a molly, receiving a HE. Luke 1G's trying to spot over the top of that smoke. Spam still coming through here. They have to be careful because HP DeskJet playing in that close range. Mag 7 is a lethal gun. Tags up. Beaver will take him away with the jump shot. Frog has taken as well, another with his swag 7, so we've only got Luke 1G's left in the picture. Looking for the 1v5 potentially to win the game out for UOM. They will isolate the fights here. Alex gets taken low here. Luke 1G's will get taken out though. Alex will pick him off, and it's 4th round Monash. You get to breathe a sigh of relief here, Matt.
Yeah, we'll be able to lock it down right then and there, but I mean, considering the stage that they're at, Tone, there's really no chance for them to get really comfortable. Because every round coming forward is match point, no matter what they do, unless they push it to OT. It's always going to be match point here. So, see how it all goes right now as taking it slow. Taking it easy on the mid control for the moment. B would be the place to be, considering how far away they do tend to play their angles. But it looks like it is going to be opened up in the apartments to begin.
We'll be able to find Frog. Deathjet will opt to retreat the cover of Archway, but I'll spot a few players there. They are taking up space towards middle now. Also, that early molly did some good damage on the Frog, so really softened up for that killing blow in apartments. We'll see Monash opt to rotate another over. Vortex now taking up control of Archway while two stack in towards the site here. They've got 4 players towards top mid. They don't have to necessarily commit to it though, because we've still got Luke 1G's over towards Banana with the control. And of course, with that rotation over, there will be only one player on that B site, Doomed back site with the AWP, so only good for one fight here, so we'll already see Vortex make his way back over to B.
Yeah, they're looking to make their way back, and I think that the timing couldn't get better, considering how close they are already to executing the counter smoke coming in. Though it does cut off line of sight. Vortex swinging their way in. Alex good for one as well. And now the favor is going for Monash. They lock it down. Luke 1Gs will be able to bring it back though. Bomb plan on its way. 2v1 situation here. Still spilling in. They're trying to shoot through the smoke, but Luke 1Gs refuses to give away their position here. Oh, could be good. Nicely done. Hit the reload potion as well. It's all going to be up to HP Deathjet right now. Luke 1Gs doesn't know the timing's everything. Oh, there we go. Monash pull it together when it counts and will be able to keep this series going.
Yeah, it felt like that 1v2 almost was destined, but Luke 1G's overthought it a little bit. Some would say overcooked, and Monash burnt into a cinder there. 5 rounds, 7 more straight we need from Monash to continue all the way here in Inferno. Still, all they need is one. Just a few good initial early kills, and they could be looking to find their way on the map number 2 pretty quickly. We'll see 2 AWPs out of the side of Monash. Double AWP CT side. Not really a common thing on Inferno, but Deathjet will be able to already put it to work, taking Sky's head clean off.
Really well done there. It's just such a solid beginning, but they're going to need more where that came from, because it's only early days as yet. Obviously, UOM have a bit of a mixed bag economy, let's say. Heading into this portion here. We can find at least a kill. Well, there you go. A kill back, I would have said it would have been great. Now they got the AK in hand. They're ready to rumble. Will they be able to pick up something else that is going to be tested at? Taking it slow, taking it easy. Ooh, shots are coming out. So what are they going to be? It's going to be Luke 1Gs again. Cleaning up house there. Bevo one in the same. It's down for the 2 versus 3 situation as Vortex did catch one back.
Yeah, Vortex able to pick one up there, but they still have to grab the bomb there. I was going to say, just on the edge of that smoke, Night Guard able to grab it. Beaver out with the AWP, able to find it. And now Luke 1G's in the best spot possible here to hold Doomed out towards Library. He is looking towards Archway, though. Of course, this does cover both spots. Doomed, it's hard to walk out right, but Luke 1G's has got your number, and he's ringing it constantly. UOM will pick up Inferno 13-5. Matt, dominant performance out of them, and it only felt like a matter of time before it was getting closed out.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more there, Tony. They definitely locked it in when I suppose the story managed to come towards its conclusion. Like, I feel like there was a lot of control established from an early stage there, but I was most impressed with how the series managed to gain a little bit of traction towards the later portions there. It felt a bit more one-sided into the initial phase, but I was, yeah, impressed that it at least gained a little bit of leg room, I suppose, towards the end there. And I guess heading towards map number 2, now that both teams have started to really warm up into things, I think that we're going to have some more fun ahead into the next one. But while we get it all set up, everybody, we are going to be heading to a short break, so don't go anywhere. We'll see you in just a sec. Welcome back, everybody! We are coming at ya with some AEL University Open Series 4 CS2 right now. It's Massey and TwoTapTony coming at ya with the second map on the fight card right now. UOM starting off strong there on Inferno. They definitely put a red-hot start into the piece here, and Dust 2 may be no exception. But Monash, you know, they were getting a little closer towards the tail end of that first map there, so very eager to see how both of these teams will be approaching the classic map, the tale as old as time, if you will, on to Dust 2.
Yeah, Dust 2, one of those maps that's storied history within the Counter-Strike franchise, and it's been worked out tons of times by tons of different teams. And I imagine these two teams are pretty comfortable on a map like Dust 2. And I was going to say for UOM in that last one, just a lot of dominance in controlling different sections of the map. I was going to say, especially on that CT side, they went for aggressive plays down through middle, through aggressive plays down banana as well. They fought for so much banana aggression. Like, that's how you win Inferno. Taking that banana aggression away from the T side is a very crucial thing to note. And I was going to say Dust too, I imagine a lot of space control as well. It's more long-centric and a little bit further apart in the angles, but we'll go into it. UOM getting a start east side, and Monash on the CT to kick it off here on Dust 2.
Yeah, kicking it off strong. Ooh, big nade though. Catches a couple in damage there, and will be able to fade away through to CT spawn. So UOM already hurting into the beginning of this one. I'm looking to trade it back though. Ooh, somebody said it's going to get bopped, and it looks like it's going to be UOM. Says Monash are good for it, but he's going to be traded by Luke 1Gs there. For another one, playing into the ninja there. They know there's two now. Vortex has already swung around the back as well. So big angles, and they strangle it in. Monash are going to be up top. Nice and quick.
Yeah, some great quick rotation there from the side of Monash, and that's maybe what we wanted to see on Inferno. Now already starting to see the inklings of what's been worked out here after that last game went the way of UOM. Monash, some quick defense there, and we'll see quick purchases. Scouts here for a few, and looking to take some shots down middle. Alex is, well, Vortex actually going to be the one peeking down towards middle. That MP9 is going to be dropped there. Luke 1G's looking to get up in the mix, and will be able to take out another scout retrieve, but traded by Alex here towards CT. He's got the help of Frog too with the scout here, but UOM have set this anti-eco alight here with just the run down mid strat.
Yeah, it's all lit up. And no one else is going down yet, guys. Very close to it. There you go. Frog does catch it. Lastly, but not least. And it looks like UOM going to be pressing up towards the B side here. So forcing a Monash in there to bit of a retake into this one. This could be favourable to Attila if they can just single out the engagements, trickle up the damage there. They're waiting it out. Ooh, they have been spotted though. But Nightguard is going to be delivering when it matters there right up front. And going to be uncomfortable for Attila now. Going to see if they can get something back. Ain't going to happen. So Monash, lock it down or lock it in. But for UOM, at least they got that bomb down at a bare minimum there. You know, sure, they lose the round again, but I mean, stacking up the cash as much as possible is only going to be beneficial to them here.
Yeah, going to be beneficial. As you said, CT economy is a little bit weaker than T side, especially on Inferno. Now going to Dust 2, and of course, about stacking up the cash aplenty, but, you know, as I say that, Orb is already going to come through here for HB Desk Jet. So, you know, not too much emphasis on the economy for this CT side for Monash at the moment. Early molly there towards the bedroom doors, stopping Monash from fighting the fight against UOM here early.
Yeah, looking to stop them in their tracks before things even get started here, you know, and if it works, it works. But speaking of working through, Frog taking a ton of damage there just towards Catwalk, so not going to be looking to peek into that one again anytime soon, but if they do, Luke 1Gs is ready and waiting for them with open arms there, so see if they are going to be rushing through towards that angle or another one entirely, as the T's is still taking it easy for the moment.
Yeah, it's interesting that CT smoke there that came out from UOM really forced Deathjet all the way back here on towards the ramp. And UOM, little do they know, they have pretty good control of B if they wanted to go for it here with the split, but Luke 1G still poking and prodding around, will be able to find Frog with the headshot there. Deep push from Tunnel from Alex 42, and he will be taken out by Nightguard. So B is on for the cards. They'll re-smoke the CT cross. Beaver will be able to cross for free there. Jump across. Vortex getting taken out in the meantime. Deuce will be able to retrieve the scout here. Swaps back over to the M4. And Luke 1G is now just going to be playing gatekeep here to CT.
Yeah, the gates are going to be shut tight. No one is going to be able to get through this time around. So that means things can stay set up and comfortable, for that matter, over through towards the B side. So CT's going to take it easy for the moment, just to play the long game here, see if anyone will be coming through for them. But for the moment, they are just going to be taking down mission critical.
Really going for the hunt here. Deep molly, and Deathjet actually finds the shot. Doomed able to trade it and hide towards blue box. We'll trade 1 for 1. Doomed will be able to keep the M4. Round goes to UOM, but some big damage there from Deathjet.
Yeah, but Tony, they also lost that AWP there, so that's going to be very detrimental to their cause. But we'll see what else can be cooked up here. Alex 42 taking a bit of damage initially there. He can perhaps been caught, push their way through, or something of another nature entirely. But HP Deathjet holding through does get immediately dismantled. So UOM starting to take carriage of this round.
Yeah, you can already see initially off that pick, it is going to be Sky's no mid CT smoke needed. He's just going to walk it up. Finally, the CT player, Frog walking out through short, will be able to trade Beaver back. Guns on the ground for Frog, but he needs to fight the fights once again. Will lose it out to Luke 1Gs. We've got Doomed now holding deep of this CT smoke that finally came out a little bit late. Night Guard on the late approach towards Long on the lurk, and UOM will be able to find themselves a second round, and they will find themselves an AWP as well.
Not too shabby there. They are going to be able to seize a hefty reward out of that one, I'd say, Tone. But we'll see if they can put that one to good use. Obviously, the Monash side going to have to take it easy for a round or two here. But, see what they can manage. Frog already on the receiving side of kind of damage, but look at this. UOM are just so ready for them. Like Monash try to creep it up, push through double doors, see if they can find something that sticks. You know, catch those players off guard, but they're just poised. They're ready for it, and they rip them up.
Yeah, it was interesting strategy there from UOM, just going for the nade stack. Or, sorry, not nade stack. I was going to say they didn't really have the money for that one, but pistol stack down through middle. And I was going to say it was UOM just ready, willing to answer once again. Sky's just having a field day here in this series. You know, one of the newer faces here to UOM, at least for us. We haven't seen Sky's too much in the AEL University series as a whole. And he's showing out tonight. I was going to say Luke 1Gs as well. Definitely being the star players for UOM at the moment. But I was going to say the rest of the teams, you know, very good supported cast, right? Attila, Beaver have been there. Night Guard as well at moments when they need to trade some crucial kills has been quite effective in that avenue. So Monash, they're really going to have to lock it in. You know, they won those first 2 rounds. They looked good. They were like, all right, you know, we'll put Inferno behind us. But this one already starting to look like a similar tale to Inferno.
Yeah, opening another chapter on this storybook, isn't it, Tony? And curious to see what this one will unfold with, as already UOM are locking down a couple of kills into this one. We're going to go for the final KO into this round, as Luke 1Gs has done so much great work. 3 kills in their favour so far, and for the Death Jet as well, but it ain't going to happen. The Night Guard will seal it away, say goodbye, say hello, and blow our way in a round number 7.
Yeah, I was going to say round number 7 feels like it's going by in a breeze, right? I was going to say we don't get to see all too much of Monash right now. HP Death Jet once again scouting, going to be towards the middle, but interestingly enough, UOM know when to play mid and when to not play mid, and this is one of the rounds where they're like, all right, we're going along. We'll see double stack here towards short, but UOM, it's all towards long. Baby Beaver walking out, tap onto Vortex is clean. Looking for another on towards the short player, but he's got the help of Skies. UOM storm the A site with no regard for anyone on Monash's safety. Frog now trying to get away, but he's tapped by Beaver. And some beautiful crispy shots. UOM clean that round up and 5 on the board.
Oh yeah, they're going to clean it up, lock it in for 5 and dive in to round number 8 for this round, Tony. Monash, they got to be a few more weapons at their disposal, I'd say. You know, a few more little pieces. But I don't know if it's going to be enough to lock down the defense here, as already are going to be sorted out nice and quick. Ooh, good start from Doomed there. Almost it was doomed to their own circumstances, but it is going to be Luke1G's securing that one. So, decent beginning. Now looking to take it easy though. With an inkling of that sight line until Beaver locks down one on short there. So, potentially could be thinking that the T's are playing into this A commitment. I mean, Beaver's going for it. The rest of the team may yet follow suit as well. This could work out to perfection here. See how it goes. Good damage there. Oh, delivers.
Yeah, beautiful shot there from Frog. And now, all hands on deck. UOM, they might look to scatter back towards B here. HB Deathjet sitting comfortably on towards this stack. And as well, the mid players are trying to get through this CT cross. And it is going to be Vortex sitting pretty, waiting for it. Luke1G's in the meantime, though, took out the car player. So B open up for the taking. Now he'll post and wait. Vortex looking to walk up here through the door, maybe trying to catch that player crossing. They will be able to find Luke1G's there on the spot. Night Guard is a little bit lost in this one. Vortex will take him out. What felt like a round UOM should have won. Monash steal away.
Steal away and seal the round. So, nicely done to bring themselves back into the conversation here. UOM going to be forced back a step on their journey towards success. So, definitely going to be good to see. You know, they can make the teams feel a bit of mortality into this, but already, what a shot from Doomed there, Tony. You know, it's just great to see those hasty beginnings.
Yeah, Doom's been a little bit of an unsung hero here for Monash, I was going to say, just finding some great here, but unfortunately, you know, the rest of Monash giving those ones up to UOM doesn't really allow Doom to shine all too much. And we'll come through the door from Beaver, trying to get up through short here. It is smoked off. He needs to be careful, but he will spin out Vortex. Sensing that the play is coming through from the CT side, he will be able to find that first one. Luke1G is over towards the lurker on B. Of course, still has to deal with Deathjet. Once again, playing towards the same angle on Car. A little bit deeper tucked here while Beaver's prodding around through short. UOM still kind of feeling out where they want to go for the moment.
Yeah, still poking and prodding away. I mean, they've got a little bit of flexibility to still do that, but time can only last so long. They're taking a bit of damage. Oh, here we go. Found an opening on B. This could divert the attention away and allow their team to flow up towards A should the need arise, but oh, it's open season. So B is going to be underway here. I like how they're just playing cautious, playing patient here. In case the CTs come knocking, but for now, they will be able to lock it in, lock it down, and get to work.
We'll be able to get to work, guys. Finding two there on the exit. UOM they'll get the palm down and they'll get the kills to boot here. And we're going to be seeing Monash 3-6 right now, Matt. This is really starting to look like Inferno all over again. But, you know, the sides have swapped. It's not UOM dictating the pace on CT. They're dictating the pace on T. Being very slow, not playing into Monash's utility. And, of course, playing their own game for the moment. Once again, no presence towards long. We'll be seeing Vortex kind of lose his mind up to short, trying to take the fight, and we'll be able to find the head of Beaver. We traded back, though. Molly towards short, stops Alex from swinging. It's another shot. It's actually going to be from Luke. This guy's was pretty close. Now into the 4 versus 3 early engagements, only 30 seconds into the round.
Early engagements are favouring the UOM side and could find one more. Frost not good for it. Nate comes out. Shots are going to be traded in response there, but nobody's going down. Just going to continue to throw these jabs here. So, going to prod their way in right now as it's going to be Night Guard to dispose. Finding more is Luke1G's doomed. Going to be one last player, and they will be able to play it back, but now they're doomed in name and nature, as UOM will be able to secure the round.
Another round, UOM starts to feel like the tail writes itself. The pen in the hands of UOM. BkWhatOCE, again, scouts something. Vortex going to be AWPing this time around. Let's see what they can do. Be putting a lot of sniper investment over towards middle here, and they're gonna have to be careful. Attila, sorry, that's Luke1G's actually giving the AWP a go. Has to be a little bit careful. Beaver walking out through the tunnel this time around. He tries to jump on Alex, who will be able to trade him back. No trades here from the side of UOM. A little bit late to the party on that swing. We'll see BkWhatOCE this time a member advantage.
Yeah, this time they have the player advantage for now, albeit only by one here, and eager to see what else they can do. Ooh, shot, but they aren't able to slot it down, slot it in. Night Guard in a big trouble there. What a tag coming through, but Skies is going to be the one to rise up to the occasion. Already catching a couple. Alex 42 could be next. The damage, coming in. It's all on Attila and Night Guard right now. And they're already going to wait things out with the bomb.
This is a one and done angle. Attila, he misses this opportunity. Alex will take him out. Night Guard, of course, low HP. But we're speaking fairy tales, Matt. The story still writes itself for UOM. For BkWhatOCE, again, it felt doable. They just kind of lost out a lot of the fights there. Sky's just kind of running at them. We'll see now. Oh, man. A few ducks, Matt. This feels very reminiscent of a very ancient Dust 2 clip. But, of course, it was the CT side, not the T side.
Yeah, maybe looking to switch up the story a little bit here, Tone. You know, both teams need a slice of that kind of fun play, and I think that the damage speaks for itself. You know, they've managed to almost take down two players immediately, but the CTs are going to be the ones opening it up there, so looks like their patience is paying a bit of dividends. One and the same. The trades are coming out again now. It is. Big timing, big positioning for it. They haven't been able to shut down the close play. Well, go too soon as they will be burnt up. So they can claim that bomb back nice and easy now because Doomed is falling away.
They're not going to expect top mid rush there from Frog when all attention is drawn towards Long and Bedroom. Frog gets the pounce and it will be 2 versus 2. Bomb is been retrieved though. Hands of Night Guard. Luke1G still opting to AWP. I'm gonna say there's AKs and rifles on the ground. They are retrievable because Doomed has fallen back, opting to play the headshot angle here on Pit. Luke will walk out. Shots missed. This time Night Guard will get taken by Doom. So this time a little bit better for BkWhatOCE. 4 rounds on their CT side of Dust 2. And I was gonna say UOM just having a little fun with it to close that E side out.
Yeah, just looking to have a little fun with it, you know, stroll into the sunset there, so definitely great to see the energy levels rising as the time plays out here. And we'll see how things get locked down on the side switch right now. Obviously, UOM are going to be CTs this time around. BkWhatOCE are going to be the T's, so very eager to see how they will be able to respond to each other heading into this first round right now. A lot of trouble. And they are going to be trading left, right, and center. Still favoring UOM for the moment. Only 2 remain right now, but they're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, they're in a lot of trouble when the CT wrap comes quickly through tunnel. And 9 rounds now, UOM. Only 4 still Monash. And I was going to say, just the fact that, you know, all you have to do as the B player, right, is get 1, and the rest of the teammates are rotating over. We'll see immediate enforce for 4 out of the 5 of UOM. Famous here for Night Guard, and they're going to be trying getting aggressive. They're taking a page out of Monash. Straight down through middle, trying to get this round done and dusted. But Vortex and Alex will be able to pick up a few. Luke 1G's over towards short, will be able to trade it back. So M4's not retrievable for the side of Monash, but they brought into it. They forced a Mac and a Scout, a sword off even for Frog. He's holding, waiting for Night Guard to push, but Night Guard gets the jump on him. Just one player left in Sui. Be Deathjet able to find that shot onto Luke. Night Guard as well will fall. Deathjet able to pick up 2. Matt and Monash can somehow pick that round up just when we thought UOM had won it back.
Yeah, we'll be able to run it down there, showing they still got that grit, they got that determination to take away these rounds and to look the best that they can heading into rounds ahead of them here, as we are going to be down to a bit of a stalemate because the ride shares are out. They're looking to jump their way into these sides right now. Let's see how they go. Here we go. It's all going to be shared through. Sky's good position here. And to prepare themselves for this. This could be huge if they can just get the timing here. Just wait for that perfect moment. Their teammates up top. Are they going to be able to lock it in? Oh, they're fighting it through already. Oh no, they've been spotted. It's all gone pear-shaped. What could have been, Tony? What could have been?
Yeah, what could have been if you didn't pull your knife out? Unfortunate timing there for side of UOM. And well, for Night Guard, he's like, all right, let's see what I can do. Scouts are on short. He'll pick one up, and needs to be a little bit careful. Player currently gatekeeping the jump down. Vortex will find it with the AK. 6 rounds for Monash. You know, for UOM, what could have been if a few things went their way.
And now the story continues into another eco round for UOM here. They aren't going to be able to commit much of anything into the round ahead of us right now. So Monash looking to see if they can face off with them head first here. Obviously UOM don't have much to this one, but my goodness, they are going to be looking to take down at least a kill or 2 into round here. I found one, but we'll see if they can lock back in. Track a few more shots coming out, and there you go. They are going to be able to shut them down there. Looking for more around the corners here. Can they deliver when it counts?
Oh.
They sure can. Luke 1G's bringing it into the... Oh my goodness! You think it's a 1v3? No, it's a 0v3. It's going to be Skies rising up with Luke 1G's there. 10 rounds now on the board for UOM.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Amazing stuff coming at you there. Just so good. So great there, and very excited to see what they can deliver into the fray here, as we are going to be getting in to round number 17. And keep it calm, keep it clean. Oh no! Oh, Beaver does catch one. They almost slip away, but it is going to be traded out. So, very eager to see how this double orb will continue to fare into this round.
Yeah, very interesting setup to go for. You know, UOM, they went for a few scoped weapons to close out their T side. Monash, they're playing for their lives right now. Beaver posted down towards bottom middle, though. It's not the scoped rifle, it's the AK coming through here from Vortex. We'll be able to find it when G's trades it back. So still, Monash have space to take up B here, because Sky's with the intention over towards middle. Let's allow the player to jump. Shot comes out from Frog. We'll be able to catch it. Sky's quick trade back, but now it's just left to Alex. 42 in the 1 versus 2. Luke 1Gs. He's outside a door, and he will be going for the swing. And Alex can't cross without meeting a bullet to his dome. UOM. That's 11 rounds on the trot now. Matt and Monash, all them, a lot of investment money into towards those AWPs. The scouts are going to be the norm for this round.
Yeah, looking to bring the rise of the scouts. Yeah, looking to scout ahead. Oh my goodness. Wow. What a response. They take the leg shot from the scouts there and they get such an impressive one back. So, I'm going to say anything you can do, I can do better. The Skies delivers with Beaver there. Just getting kill after kill for their team. Vortex, the last one standing in the lowers here. The CTs are getting closer and closer. Ooh, what a shot from the D though, but that's going to be all that she wrote onto that round, as it's going to be a series point now. Locked in for UOM.
Not only is it series point, Luke 1Gs is 30 kills, man. This is the most individual performance out of UOM I've seen in quite a while, and it's all to the hands of Luke 1Gs. A average damage per round of 149. This guy is shooting head with Deagle and ripping them clean off from the side of Monash. And tactical timeout being taken. Matt, what do you call here? Frog's got a sword off. We've got an AK on Desk Jets, another Mac 10 for Alex. The money's not the best.
It really isn't, and like they have to make the best out of just a bad situation, honestly. Like, if they can manage to single out a kill or two here, maybe they can bolster a bit more of their tactics into this one. Maybe they can bolster their defenses to pick up a weapon or two, but it's certainly a cold spot that they're placed in at the moment. You know, they're trying to run this tac timeout all the way into the end there to see exactly what they can do out of this one, because whatever they've been trying just has not been working at all. So very curious to see how things will fare as we hit the unpaused timer right now. Tony, we're getting closer and closer, getting this show on the road.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like Monash has tried everything, right? And it's just not worked. They tried mid-aggression, didn't really pay off. We saw UOM really match that, and haven't seen all too much presence, I guess, over towards long, and I guess aggressive play towards tunnel this time around. Just really funneled on trying to take the mid-fights here. We're going to be seeing a shot out of Skies on the cross there. Deep aggression, though, traded by Doom over towards the bedroom. Luke 1Gs, once again, another kill to his board. That's 31. Now looking maybe for the lucky number 32. Smoke off there to try and fake the frog out. The sort of close range wall bang from Luke 1Gs, and he'll fall back to safety. In the lying arms of his teammate. Scout shot comes out from Alex to try and find something back. Everybody from Monash is falling. It's another kill from Luke 1Gs. There is going to be just Jet left in the 1 versus 3.
Left to deliver, and they will be able to get a kill back when it counts here. They've got just over a minute to go here, trying to get one more. Oh, the damage is making things a bit dicey, but no. Luke 1Gs locks it down, locks it in, and that's going to be 2-0 to UOM there, taking away a third place. Oh, what an incredible way to do it, clearing out the space when it counted, Tone. And that's third place just in the bag.
Yeah, beautifully played for UOM this evening, and you know, we were talking up Luke 1Gs, 34 kills, but I feel like the rest of the team really allowed Luke 1Gs in those spots to kind of take those fights. So props to Beaver, Nightguard, Attila, as well. Skies, I was going to say, had a really, really good Inferno. Not too bad there on Dust 2 as well. I was going to say not too bad, right? He got 20 kills. The fact that Luke 1G's got 34 just, you know, makes it not that bad. So, yeah, UOM looked like a well-oiled machine this night, and I was going to say Monash just didn't know what hit him.
Yeah, just not able to find the response that they were looking for there whatsoever, Tony. You know, they gave it a red-hot crack there. They tried to smack their way into it. It just didn't stick. So, yeah, that's just going to be the way that it goes sometimes, Tony. You know, sometimes you win some, sometimes you don't. But definitely great to see we got our third place winner locked in now. And next up on the card is going to be our grand final. While we get that one stacked up and ready to go for all you wonderful people, we are going to be heading to a short break, so don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everybody! It's time to get back into some AEL University Open Series CS2. Matt C and TwoTapTony bringing it from me to you, and we are going to be going into our grand finals. We have had an amazing third place matchup, but it's time for the one, the only grand final, and the teams to bring it at you. It's going to be Macquarie, it's going to be Swinburne, and here's our rosters.
Yeah, rosters looking stacked this evening for Macquarie. It's ZZ Men, Spork the Fork, Nep, Ankry, and Bogef. And for the side of Swinburne, it's maybe Berserk, Ouphier, Blossom, Sangrius, and Xfear Matt. Now, I was going to say, a few of these names look familiar, and a few are a little bit, lesser known to us. So I'm keen to see how they go. Because as I said, in our first game of the evening, always that kind of allure about an unknown name in the server.
Yeah, it does add that element of mystery, doesn't it? It's kind of like, what could we expect from these kinds of players? And I guess that's the beauty of jumping into the game like this one, is that we kind of get to unveil that mystery there, or unwrap that present. And speaking of unwrapping things, we are going to be unwrapping our maps right now. Dust 2 and Overpass, the first two to fall. The maps that rise above the rest, though, in this one is Mirage and Ancient. So, definitely going to be seeing at least those two maps into this one. Nuke and Inferno, can't say the same. And our decider, should it go the distance, will be a Trainer. So, certainly excited for how this series will go. I'd definitely love to see a bit of classic Train action, and I'm sure that this map is going to deliver on all fronts.
Yeah, it's very interesting seeing Train as the decider. Normally that one's, of course, a first or second round ban for most teams, right? Even, at the top level over in some other pro leagues, we've seen Train kind of be one of those very prioritized bans, but both these teams not to prioritize towards that one. Dust 2, Overpass, kind of a little bit more of the flavor. But Matt, it wouldn't be an Australian best of 3 without Mirage. Let's get into it. Swinburne versus Macquarie for your grand finals. Best around going to be kicking it off Macquarie T side, and Swinburne get to start the CT side.
That's it. And we are going to be getting into it very soon as our teams prepare themselves for battle here, ready to rattle things in, rattle things up, and curious to see how they will be able to prance their way through, as they are going to be remaining ever focused into this one for the moment here, and curious to see which way the wind will blow once the map gets into play here.
Yeah, it should be interesting. Mirage, we didn't get to see it last series. If we went to the decider, we would have seen it, but we're kicking it off. Yeah, Mirage, and of course Macquarie T side. Few early smokes going out towards middle. I was going to say as well, interesting thing to note as well, Sporky and Bogef have opted to buy the double molly, so early util presence potentially for Macquarie. Great need coming out from Sangrius though. Falls back through the vent. Blossom now over towards ladder, looking for a little bit of something. ZZ Man will be able to trade it back though. A quick 1-for-1 to start it off here towards middle.
Yeah, decent way to kick off into this one, but oh my goodness, it's going to be doubling down once again. Both sides are good for a slice into these kills now. Sangrius, great to try and cut off the angle. They're trying to double into it, but Sangrius is relentless. They won't give up, they won't give in. They are trying their best to shoot their way through. They believe is right, and looks like it is going to be Swinburne jumping at you for the first round there. What a great way to open the door into this one, Tone.
Man, I wasn't expecting the quick 2 there from Sangrius. My eyes were on the other player there from Swinburne, but a great pickup there to kick off the CT side campaign for Swinburne. We're going to be seeing, I was going to say, a little bit less of an aggressive buy. Normally teams like to go for those M4s straight away, but Swinburne's one of those teams that's thinking about the economy at hand. So we'll see a few MP9s in the mix, of course, trying to ramp that economy going later into the half here, Macquarie. Unfortunate round of drop there. I was going to say some early picks that went their way towards middle. and you know, didn't really get to use those mollies, I guess, as effectively as they would have liked. I liked that pick there from Sangris. You know, he threw that nade down towards middle, just trying to get some chip damage in, and then kind of fell back, wrapped back towards CT, and then played very passively on the angle, not allowing Macquarie to get too aggressive into that angle.
Yeah, and sometimes you do just need to adapt around like that, right? You know, just try and slow down the pacing a bit, even if it means you're just going to be locking down onto a bit of suppressive fire there. At least you have a position, you have a task, and you're able to fulfill it to your fullest extent there, Tony, you know? And hello again, everybody. Fancy seeing you here, Tony. Really great to have you all on board the Open Series here Grand Final, and very excited to see who will be able to claim it heading deeper into it, as we've got some spicy action on its way. You know, I think both teams have already showcased a little bit of what they're capable of in to that pistol there, but I think this is just getting started, Tony.
Yeah, it's good to be back. I was going to say, we spoke about it a little bit before the third place decided there. You know, we haven't seen Counter-Strike in a while, and, you know, it's no place like home, right, Matt? You know, we both came up through Counter-Strike and kind of got our starts in this one. I was going to say, well, I did with you especially, but, you know, it's always good to come back to a game we know and love, and hopefully we get back into this game pretty quickly, because I imagine, you know, Swinburne, with all of that early momentum after winning a pistol round, they probably shouldn't have really want to come out to a flying start here.
Yeah, they want to be off to the races with the map in that sense, don't they? You know, they want to just see if they can zoom their way through, and eager to see how it all plays out right now as Macquarie have opted to commit into this round. You know, they've got a bit of armor, upgraded pistols, a bit of utility tone, so they're looking to go for the full-blown execution over towards the A side here. We do have two, maybe three in a second players to deal with. You know, Awesome could get involved as well from afar, so there's a lot of pieces to unravel here for Macquarie. They can take down at least one to begin. It could be great, but it just hasn't happened yet. Ooh, doubling down. Maybe could be good for it. Nicely done by Sangrius there. Blossom does lock it in as well. So, losing two members for Swinburne there, but they quickly adapt and will be able to conquer it for themselves. So, not too shabby at all. Swinburne on top.
Yeah, it was a small little interesting thing is, and I don't like to see that, right? If, you know, if you're backing Macquarie, they all had to drop their smokes to the one player to throw the entire set of util. I was gonna say, unfortunate there for Macquarie, but maybe just wanted to get out early there towards A main, just let one player throw all the smokes on the rest and get out and try and take the fights here. Need there from, here. Over towards apartments, does some good damage on a Bogeff, and of course has that MP9, so more than willing to take that fight. Berserk as well over towards top of the balcony there. Blossom down towards middle. Everybody happy to take these fights from Swinburne's side.
Yeah, looking to take the fights and see if they can swing their way through into it. It's tiny. Let's take it easy. Sangrius. Trying to creep up. Oh, look at that. Just superb, you know, just doubling down. So, gonna be a force down. And leave it all to Anarchy here. We'll see if they are gonna be able to achieve what they came here to do. They're taking it slow. Nice and easy. We'll be able to get one, but it's one and done. So, Swinburne now gonna be during their third, and Macquarie left to consider their options here. They've already lost the 3 in a row. Maybe now that they will have access to the primary side of things, would change how the pacing will go.
It definitely feels like they need something, right? Maybe get a little bit more aggressive. They're playing a little bit too slow and I guess calculated for the moment, and Swinburne just kind of meeting them at that same pace. Orb out here for Sangrius. Aggressive fight to be taken towards top middle. Blind up for the flash for the moment. Takes his time with the shot. Gets away with it. Sangrius able to trade at least a 1-for-1 here. Did lose the short player in the meantime. Blossom a little bit too aggressive for that one. Everybody's still alive and healthy for the moment except for Sangrius. Down to a slither of HP. Probably needs to play a little bit safer now.
Yeah, create a bit of distance between them. Ooh, can hear out the util there. Great reaction. Locks down two. Not going to be good for the third, though. Yeah, going to be found there. So, nicely done. Going to catch someone else off guard here. But it is going to be maybe Berserk. Finding the recipe into this one. Leaving it down to Bogef here. Just sticking it out. They've managed to pick up the bomb at a bare minimum, but I mean, they're going to have at least 2 players to deal with. Timing's good for Sangrius. And that's a 4th round in Swinburne's favour. So, loss bonus stacking up for Macquarie here. We'll be able to get another round ahead of them, I'd say. But we shall see how that one's going to play out, as I can see already. Splitting up the weapons a little bit here, you know, they got scouts, they got the AK, or AKs even, so things are looking pretty okay.
I found it interesting that one round was Berserk getting such an aggressive line through T apartments, and just how fast Swinburne are playing right now. Sangrius all the way down top mid. We'll take out Sporky. Straight back though, 1 for 1 here. Berserk needs to be a little bit careful because Macquarie can look to walk out on towards his A side with that one pick. They will be able to find Berserk Anarchy with a beautiful one to start back here. And now the rest of Swinburne under fire. Blossom did take out another top mid player. Sangrius is blinded up, but that HE plays perfectly on top of the smoke, blows it away for the moment. Unable to stop the bomb plant from going down, but a beautiful shot.
They're going to need a few more where that came from time, but see, the art is going to continue to be made here. Sangrius in deep trouble. Whoa! X-Fear strikes fear into their opponents. Anarchy, big shots. Oh, they're trying to hold it. They get the shadow, and they lock it down. That's just so unlucky. Anarchy caught by the tail of their shadow. And their tail will be over as Swinburne has spin it out and managed to take a 5th round consecutively now. Macquarie, let's consider what more can they do here? What do they need to change? Because whatever they try at the moment, Swinburne just continually have an answer.
And it all started that round with sonic quick shot there from Sangrius down towards top middle, and I was gonna say, Macquarie, they found their answer right. They took Berserk out in a little bit of a unfortunate position, the only player that was playing on that A site, and then really couldn't set themselves up in a good spot. Sangrius finds Bogef. Goofy has found another player over towards middle. Trade at least came back for the moment for Macquarie. They're trying to get up in a window. Berserk might have read this Sporky tucked behind a smoke for the moment. Pretty clear and pretty safe. No, the mid control is here for Macquarie. Blossom needs to be a little bit careful poking around that angle.
Yeah, they could be in a bit of trouble, you know. There's a reason they say don't poke the bear, because the bear will bite back, and they certainly do get the job done there. So, nicely done for Macquarie. Bouncing back. They got a 3 versus 2 situation right now. Could easily change that. They just need to find their moment. So, let's see if they are going to be able to get it here now. 45 seconds to go. Time's ticking. 1 towards A, 1 towards B. They need to either cause a distraction or work something through together as they trail their way up through unders. It's looking like we could have a bit of A focus here. But they got to get a move on sooner rather than later. Otherwise, they're just going to get shut out entirely.
Yeah, they need to start moving now. 25 seconds, smoke towards the jungle. They have a player deep pushed over towards A main, and they don't know it. Bomb will go down in the open. And Fear's just playing for the time, right? He's just waiting for the spot here. Nep going to be walking up towards CT. Spotted by Fear in the backstab. Is going to be a player, though, still. Over towards the firebox. Easy man for 2. Quick spray down, though. Sangrius is able to be the hero for Swinburne. It will keep the ball rolling. A huge spray down there from ZZ Man, though. Almost made that round doable for Macquarie. But thankful to have the numbers. Pick the AWP back up. Another round at Swinburne's way. 6 to start here. With nothing answered by Macquarie.
Yeah, not a single answer has been found there for them. You know, they're trying whatever they can into this one, but no matter what they try, Swinburne just seem to find a way back. So difficult beginning for Macquarie here. Very hopeful that in time, you know, we will be able to see what they are capable of as well, what they can achieve. But for now, it's going to be Macquarie stacking it up over towards the A side. All hands on deck in A main, one in Palace as well. CT's a bit more split, I'm going to be honest. Like, the only one close is maybe Berserk here. That could be a big problem unless they're aware of it, and already getting some security running in here. See what they can find as they try and press their way in right now.
Ooh. Yeah, some impressive shots. I was going to say the blow away, the smoke once again, just using that CS2 mechanic so perfectly. ZZ Men able to spray down to again onto the side of Swinburne, but yeah, it's still around, still the healthier members here. And I was going to say Berserk didn't really have to do anything, right, Matt? Reposition from under Balk over towards Firebox, dodges out the molly, and it just kind of sits there as the insurance policy there for Swinburne if that goes awry. Macquarie, it's a much-needed tactical right now because, you know, ZZ Men can't do all the heavy lifting. We need to see a little bit more from Sporky and Bogef.
Yeah, there's a reason why it's not a one-man show, you know? It's going to be a team endeavor there, so going to have to really work together to create a bit of magic heading forth into these up-and-coming rounds, Mr. Tony, as the timeout will now run its course. Macquarie back on deck. You know, they had a little bit of extra time to lock in on what they want their strategy to be. Jumping into this one, and I think that they're in a pretty comfortable position. And so, it's time to unveil the position in it's round number 8 now. To see if Macquarie can change fate and take a round back, or whether Swinburne will continue the train of pain into these rounds. Blossom already starts to swing up here. Not going to be caught out as yet. They're holding the tight angles. They might be able to strangle something in, but Blossom, I like this. Playing so sneaky. Working out XP though already steps into high gear, and Blossom, there you go, doubles into it. It's a bait and switch approach, and they all just get found. And it's going to be ZZ sticking it out on A as well. The timing perfect. And Swinburne deliver over and over again.
Yeah, I start to question what Macquarie were talking about during the tactical, right? We've seen so much CT aggression, especially towards mid from Swinburne, whether it's Sangrius, whether it's Blossom getting up in their face, whether it's Fear as well getting involved in the picture. Swinburne have been playing so aggressively, so Macquarie would have had to expect that angle, but I don't know, maybe just over-guessing, overthinking the play at hand, and now we'll see once again aggression. Sangrius going to be up on towards the short jump. Shot will land on the cross. Blossom takes a little bit of fire, but dishes a little bit of pain back. Sangrius now drops into the window to help out the teammate. Quick shot onto Bogef, but now Sangrius is the one under fire because Blossom's opted to rotate over. Anarchy able to trade it back. Macquarie are still bleeding the numbers here. We're going to see XP all the way through lower, and this is just, again, Swinburne playing aggressive mid, and Macquarie, they're having to answer all of the fights that are happening right now.
Yeah, and in quick succession as well, you know, they need to understand how they want to approach this one. Trade coming out from Anarchy, so good for that at a bare minimum here. Still, last two standing, going to be towards top mid on this one. Xfear is ready. Step up. Oh, this is big. Timing. Bang! They get the shot over the top. Oh, not going to be able to slot in the next one, though. So bomb going to be picked up, but Wolfia is waiting at the back. Stacks up the damage. 15 HP in a dream. Flash coming out. All they need is one shot here. They've given their teammate a little bit of time as well. Still not going to be able to lock it in, but there you go. Number 9 for Swinburne.
I like that out of Hoofy, right? I was going to say, he's the glue that he anchors down that B side with the rest of them. Like, yeah, let's fight mid. Let's get aggressive. Let's throw chaos in the mix. And then Hoofy's just that guy kind of sitting there, maybe sipping a pina colada on the beach, waiting for the opportunity to pounce there. And, you know, he didn't get the initial fight that he wanted, but he did more than enough with his presence alone. Berserk was able to rotate through apartments, and Again, another round Swinburne. I was going to say, really start to wonder what's going on in Macquarie's head right now. It's an aggressive peek here. Sangria's gone for the headshot against the scout. I was going to say, BkWhatOCE's already taken out there over towards aggressive fight towards lower. Swinburne once again just dictating pace, taking aggressive fights and backing off.
Yeah, backing off, backing it in here, and looking to slow things down as they've got the double-double set up for the moment. They do catch one on the maybe Berserk though, so even the player count into this one. Going to see if they can capture anyone else in their crosshairs, but no one dares meet them. Not eye to eye, not yet. Still looking to wait things out here. And prepare for what could be. But right now we are prepared for a full-blown onslaught, which is about to ensue over towards the A site here. But they're just going to take it slow for the time being.
Sangris is going to have to be super careful, right? Playing a forward position on towards triple. Expecting the player to swing out towards Alice. He's got a teammate, but they've been mollied off. Sangris goes for another swing. Will be taken by Anarchy. Spray comes out from Hoofy, but it doesn't quite hit its mark either. Macquarie are onto the site. Potentially, they need to get that bomb down. Forky gets peeked over the top by Blossom, so now it's just one member to the two against Macquarie. Bomb is down safely. Nep over towards Firebox, and Anarchy will tuck all the way deep of AMA in here, so this is going to be hard for Fear to fight. But no utility in the back pocket. There's one HE there on the ground. If they can grab it, put it to work as another as well. He can dump those both towards the firebox because he knows that Nep's there. Does take low HP there on the one. The spray is coming through. Fear now still trying to isolate these fights. Walk up on a Nep. Will lose it out. Finally, we'll see Macquarie pull one to the board, but Matt, it was still anyone's round there. I was going to say maybe just a little bit of over-aggressive positioning there from Sangrius.
Yeah, I agree. You know, it felt like it was just a foot on the accelerator, but no time to step your foot off the gas for a second. Take it a little slower. So, going to be caught out into that one. So, probably going to be a nasty surprise, I'd say. But, oh, there's more nasty surprises where that came from.
Yeah, that's lightning quick out of Sporky. And good. That's a good start now for Macquarie. That's something to put wind in their sails, because it's been all Swinburne really steering the ship right now. So we'll see Fear. It's just going to be jump spawning 4 apartments here. The rest of Macquarie have all grouped up now as 5. It's going to be up to Fear. This time going to be playing the anchor role on B. We'll toss the molly at the feet, drop the smoke as well for good measure to give good cover. Flash as well for so much space. And then now Fear can tuck in towards the jail position, able to find one. Help of Blossom is good, but now the rest of the members are a little bit late to the party. Hoofy trying to get out through this market door smoke, but it is being helped by BkWhatOCE on the outskirts of it. Let's decide to tuck a little bit deeper. Play towards short here. There will be 2 kills here for Swinburne. Looking for this last player on the van, on the balcony. It's Berserk from short. Hits a round retake for Swinburne.
Well done, well played onto that one, and that means, Mr. Tony, they are going to be able to lock down double digits. So, really well done to Swinburne to take control back into their favor there. I'm looking to see if they can do it all over again. As take it easy. And there's only 1 round to go into this half, Tony. Like, can you believe it? We have been zooming our way through the opening statements here.
Yeah, it feels like, you know, Swinburne took a page out of what we saw from Monash in that 3rd place decider and just did it one better. Shot comes out there from Sporky, doesn't hit the head this time around. Sangris a little bit more covered. He has the covering of his teammates too. You can see how aggressive, once again, Swinburne have been playing towards his mid-control. Fear's just gonna smoke up, play on the windowsill there, and this is some nasty little stuff there. Blossom goes for a fight towards top mid. Does up to back off here. Of course, the lurker, BkWhatOCE over towards the palace position, while the rest of Macquarie are stuck behind this smoke. Fear, I need to be fearful. Macquarie not far behind him.
Not far behind at all. They are going to be primed up. Auto shotty in hand. Ooh, that's a big nade. Dealing a ton of damage. They're ready. Waiting. Xphere. Step into high gear here and make the play of a lifetime, especially if their teammate plays that distractive role there. Blossom, deep trouble, deep issues, but they do catch a kill on the other side of things. So Boguf has gone down. They're finding even more. Oh, it's all working out so wonderfully. Xphere doesn't have to do anything. No one's getting close enough. Well, until they do. Uh-oh. Here we go. Xphere. Boom! Catches them around the corner and blasts them away with the XM there. That's 11-1 at the halfway point, Tony. What a show of force into that first half. Like, can you believe what they've been able to do there?
Absolute insanity, man. I was gonna say, just huge performance out of Swinburne there in that first half, and well, of course, we'll wait to see how the second one goes. But I have to give props to Swinburne. I was gonna say, you know, we said all of the CT mid aggression was good, but that doesn't come without the team play. You saw Blossom covering for Xphere, you saw Sangris just kind of ripping a shot, and then as well, a teammate's ready to take up their position there towards window, and just a lot of things going right for Swinburne so far in this Mirage game.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more there, Tony. You know, it feels like they've got the recipe for success there. Like, they've been really able to string things together, just claiming rounds that maybe they shouldn't have been able to take in certain circumstances there. So, really impressed with how they've been able to really establish themselves into their spot. Speaking of establishing themselves, there's another chance to do just that as the second half, and now it kicks off. We are ready to go.
And ready to go into it. Swinburne, I was going to say, at least for the moment, posturing a little bit more spacious around the map. We've got two going towards lower, one just outside of main, one outside of palace. And I believe if you're just setting up the smoke there towards window, we'll cover off player playing there. I believe that is ZZ-Ben opting to now fall back towards jungle. But I was going to say for Macquarie, they've got an interesting read here on the pistol. They know that this might be the potential ace split once that mid smoke comes out. Shots coming out from ZZ-Men, forced to reload. Will be Sangrius trading it out. 1 for 2. There is another from Blossom. It's just left to Sporky. The kit in his hands in a 1 versus 3. Very hard to deal with. Once Swinburne get that bomb down and they put themselves in positions to win. Sangrius from the top and connected takes his head clean off. That's 12. And already match point this first map, Matt.
My goodness. Blink and you'll miss it. Just incredible efforts coming out there from Swinburne. Once again, they are blasting their way through. Looking to see if they can lock it in one more. Macquarie, desperate time score for desperate measures, and they've forced up whatever weapon they can at this point in time to tap Tony. So, let's see if they are going to be able to match, if not catch. Swinburne here. Oh, here we go. We'll be able to get some shots over the top there. The P90 is going to be rip and tearing their way in. One player remains. It's Anarchy. Pressing it up in market. Ooh, but it's not meant to be. 13-1. They get the job done. And Tony, what a start. Like, wow, that is confidence personified.
Yeah, it feels like we were robbed of a potential 13-0 there, the way that Swinburne were playing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was going to say interesting as well. That's Macquarie's map pick of all things, and I believe previously just lost to Monash on that one. So, you know, maybe the Mirage isn't as good as they'd like. Swinburne looked very, very dominant on that one, and you know, I have to give credit to Sangris. The aggressive AWPing was absolutely sensational out of him.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. You know, the hard work pays off. Like, if you're not being challenged in the way that you need to be, then you can just go uncontested, just play your game. Eager to see if that is going to come into play into the second map as well, as we give our players a little bit of time to prepare themselves, focus up for the rest of this series. We're going to come right back at you on the other side of this break. Welcome back, everybody, to some AEL University Open Series CS2. Breaking through with you is Matsy and TwoTapTony. We have our second map of the grand final. It's going to be Ancient coming at you. And I got to say, what a confident start coming at you from a Swinburne. You know, I was really impressed with how they managed to burn their way into this series. And Macquarie, it's their time to step up to the plate.
Yeah, they're going to have to step up in a big way, Matt, because, you know, I didn't see a whole lot. You know, we saw ZZ Men, some good spray here or there, but not a whole lot out of the rest of the team, right? I was going to say the strategy just, it was there, but it didn't quite hit its mark, and I was going to say, for the likes of Swimmer, they just had all of the counters. They were pushing up mid, playing aggressively. All of the makings of a good team as coordinated pushes up through, you know, top mid CT sides are so important in getting that early control, as we have said, because the economy, a very important thing to build up early for that CT side. But now we got an Ancient, a map that's a little bit more even, I was going to say, in terms of what we've seen statistically. I was going to say T sides could be good, but also CT sides can be quite detrimental if you're able to get some very, very focal util out. And I imagine Swinburne, that's what they want to do for this one.
Yeah, you know, imagine that they want to, I guess, find the best recipe, right, towards just redemption, because naturally, given the nature of how the last map played out, they want to find whatever way that they possibly can to compose themselves and, I suppose, do better, or really give it their all, heading towards the next portion here. So I think that for both sides, you know, Ancient is going to be a real test of, yeah, how things will fare and how they'll all shape up, as we are going to be jumping in to the pistol round within a second right now. Both teams are pumped up and ready to go. Without further ado, Tony, let's do this.
Yeah, pistol round, kick it off here, and Swinburne T-side, Macquarie CT, and we'll see it already. Macquarie going to be putting a lot of eggs in this B basket. I was going to say for Swinburne, though, you see them waiting outside. This is not something we normally see from T-sides, right? They normally just kind of get aggressive up the ramp and really take the fights as they come here on the pistol, but they're kind of making Macquarie think about it for the moment. It's easy, man. Beretta's here, and Cave going to be taken out. Big trade there from Fear. Forces Bogeth as well off of the angle there. Nep going to be caught out in the middle of the site, and it's Swinburne's for the taking. It's Sanger is through the smoke as well. Swinburne have control of the site, and they're not giving it up yet either. Anarchy, the only one left. The kit does drop out of Spork Blossom. I mean, that one towards short, and let's see it. Everybody pile in. It's the dual Berettas from Blossom picked up off the dead body there, and Swinburne, another pistol.
Picking it up and locking it down. A great way to start off early into the piece here. Picking up the pistol, and it can potentially wrangle through. Yeah, next one as well. But we'll see how things go. Diving into round number 2 now. Both teams similarly matched, even still, obviously. Primary weapon advantage going to Swinburne, but the determination, I'd say, is pretty even Stevens from these players here. So, very eager to see who will be the best ones to come out on top out of this. Is already Swinburne. Lock in a few. Anarchy. Be able to get one back though. Looking for more. Trapped in the corner. They do deliver. So nicely done. It is going to be annihilated.
Yeah, some good economic damage, I was going to say, from Macquarie, though. That deep push down through middle. And Swinburne, I was going to say, keeping the important members alive. Blossom up with that AK. Sangrius as well. Swinburne going into the third round with some confidence, because Macquarie, money's not the best. Going to be forcing out a scout, a few 5.7s, a few deals as well. The healthiest of purchases, but going to be very important, though, for the mid-fight here. Smoke going to be tossed towards red. Normally we see team would throw that one from spawn, but if you're a little bit more on the fly, Sangrius with a dunk on with the help of Blossom. Anarchy falls, scout drop towards red room. And attention towards A this time around, and Sporky needs to be very careful. Aggressive push here towards main. Misses a few shots onto Berserk, and that is A side. Open up clearly.
opened up and good to go. Let's see if they can flow together. Another one over the top here. Bomb goes down for Swinburne. And confidently on their map pick and ready to see if they can take even more as they've now achieved 3 rounds in succession here. Looking to see if they can achieve 3 more from there as they now focus up, get ready for battle on both sides. And liking what I'm seeing, you know, I think Macquarie are putting themselves in good strides with the arsenal that they're bringing to the table, but whether they can make it work, it's going to be another thing, because already they've put a little bit of a nade stack towards mid, so shutting out some of the players there to see if they can cause a rift in the time stream. But it is going to be maybe Berserk, the first one to fall, so decent beginning from Macquarie here.
You can see Anarchy playing there towards the shelf. Hoofy though, quick answer back immediately off the comm from a teammate. Macquarie healthier in members for this round at the moment. ZZ Man just kind of jiggling towards Cave, Net playing in towards the site. ZZ Man opts to give it up. Molly actually going to stop Swinburne from walking up. I was going to say just an unfortunate timing on that one. Net playing close to this smoke, so Nep's in a very precarious position. His teammates rotated all the way to CT spawn, so this is just going to be up to him to hold it. Smoke comes out towards short side. Sangrius going to clear the corner. Great discipline out of Sangrius, and that will be site opened up for Swinburne. Attempted spray in return from ZZ Man, but of course Swinburne aren't peeking towards it.
Yeah, not going to be peeking towards it this time, but oh, taking advantage of the nade onto that one. Nicely done to shut down Sangrius there. We'll see if they are going to be able to find a more. Yeah, Warren doesn't even need to worry. XVR sorts it all out, and that's going to be another one down the water spout. And we'll see what else will occur into this one. The pause comes through right now, and we're very excited to see what else might be building up on the tail end of this one, Tony.
Yeah, it's looking good once again for Swinburne. I was gonna say I'm seeing a little bit more aggression out of Macquarie, which I'm not knocking. I was gonna say CT side aggression was what won Swinburne Mirage. So if we can see Macquarie really dial it in, we can probably be able to see them pick some rounds up here. But for Swinburne, it's once again the lights out performance that we saw from them on Mirage. I was going to say they're also kind of slowing down the pace themselves, letting Macquarie kind of get aggressive and overswing in towards them. I was going to say it's a lot of early fights that are being taken towards mid that are winning Macquarie some of those duels, but then Swinburne, some great adaptation. They're like, all right, well, they put 2 towards mid. Let's just go to B. Let's just go split up over towards A. And, well, for Macquarie, you know, there's only so many times you can get aggressive before it stops working for you.
Yeah, that's right. You know, there's only so many times where you can really make that work, make that happen before they're just going to be able to adapt to it every single time. So, yeah, really interested to see when that time frame may occur, if it ever does, in all honesty, Tony. But definitely excited to see what else is going to be coming out of this one. As you know, already Swinburne on their own map pick, they're just going to be just as confident as they were onto Mirage. So curious to see how things go when we do barge back into it. As you know, everybody's going to be focused up. Everybody's going to be trying their best to lock in. But it's the best team on the day that's going to be able to take it away.
I was going to say it's looking like Swinburne, the better one on paper at the moment. And it's interesting to see, especially on a map like Ancient, where I said, you know, it's a little bit more even-sided, but I was going to say there's times where, at least from personal experience, Ancient gets a little bit snowbally, or if you start to lose some of those fights mid, you start to lose control of the rest of the map, and then you kind of get shoehorned into losing out the half. But Swinburne, one of those teams that's kind of keeping up with the aggression. They're keeping up with all of the answers that Macquarie are trying to throw the way here.
Yeah, that's it. But while we get things set up, everybody, we are going to be heading to a short break, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the game right after this. Welcome back, everybody, to the AEL University Open Series, CS2. Thank you so much for your patience there. It's Matt here, TwoTapTony, coming at you once again with some more ancient combat. But you know what? It's already going to be underway as we speak of it, and now it manifests into existence before our very eyes. So, let's see how round number 5 goes, Tony, because we are going to just sink our teeth right into it.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, we've straight back to it, and immediately Swinburne. This is an aggressive call over towards A, but it might have paid off because we see all the stacking over towards B. Swinburne, you know, to their credit, have been going B a lot, so Macquarie kind of trying to read that one. You know, sides taken, smoke towards Donut, spam coming through from the MP9 of Sporky. MP9's for the rest of the crew as well. There's Nova out of BkWhatOCE trying to get through that smoke, maybe get in the face of a T player. Swinburne, bomb down. Positioning's good, but BkWhatOCE able to put one up there with the AK.
Oh my goodness. Big stuff coming at you right there, Tony, and there's going to be more where that came from. Oh my. Sangrius in deep trouble, but there you go. They crawl up from the rubble, and it's going to be Anarchy. Bringing it back just at the right moment. Can you believe it? Macquarie back on deck and do manage to take around their own here, nice and early. Nicely done.
Yeah, nicely done there for Macquarie. Able to pick up around there. Thankful to have the kit there ready at a moment's notice. Swinburne, I was going to say, you know, we spoke about how good of a read that was, but the hold wasn't the best. I was going to say, just Macquarie kind of really sending all of the members in there. The Nova out of BkWhatOCE, but the spray down from Blossom and Sangrius over towards middle. Lights it up once again in the kill feed for Swinburne. Sporky with a quick shot out of the AWP now, feeling invigorated after one round picked up. Nade goes, will fly on top of Sporky, damage himself. Sangrius has been spotted, shots not able to go off there from maybe Berserkers too. BkWhatOCE now the one to pick up the pieces of a round. Swinburne 1 versus 2 here. It's BkWhatOCE. He's hiding behind the box, playing around the smoke. He's going to peek into Berserk there. The bomb is all the way back in T-spawn, so it feels like, alright, I'll just go to B then.
And I guess that's the flexibility, you know, of knowing that your enemy's on the other side of the map. You can just rush it over and get a free bomb plant, essentially forcing BkWhatOCE into the retake situation. And Xphere is full health right now. One shot is all they need to shut down BkWhatOCE, and the timing could be right around the corner. They're pushing into it. It could be good. Oh, but with the smoke, they have no idea. So it's going to be a bit dangerous, especially if they're swinging around, but they're going to heal all that util, and there you go. Take advantage of the sound cues there, and we'll be able to rip it apart. So, 1-5 now, Swinburne back online.
And 1, 2, 5, Swinburne. Are looking good at the moment. And continuing this T-side campaign, you know, just when we thought Macquarie might be able to bounce back off of one round. You see Mag 7, a lot of shotgun play from Macquarie, but I was going to say, H is one of those maps that's a little bit more tightly angled, so you can really use those shotguns to their full effectiveness. Blossom looking to walk up the ramp over the top of the smoke. BkWhatOCE, though, will be able to find Berserk. Blossom still trying to find that player in cave. BkWhatOCE finding Sangrius, and it will be a 1-for-1 trade. Blossom does find Nep in the process. Bomb will go down, but scattered HPs and scattered members of Macquarie.
Scattered, trying to batter things up. Blossom gonna be good for the initial kill there, and looking for more. They smoked off though. Managed to slip through as a result of that, so utilizing cover in all sneaky like. And they haven't reacted yet. Oh, timing's good. Sporky in a deep amount of trouble there. Blossom goes down, looking for more. Good trades, and it's going to be, yeah, taking it away. 6th round for Swinburne there. Nicely done all over again.
It's a good round for Swinburne to pick up there. I was going to say, they were actually really good at that on the hold this time. I was going to say, the round that they lost to Macquarie was a round that the post play wasn't the best. Early nade stack there down towards bottom middle. This time, once again, Macquarie playing for that middle control. But Swinburne not opting to play into it. They are going to be stacked out of the smoke here. They're going to just walk through it. I was going to say, they're not really all too fearful of what Macquarie are bringing to the table. Blossom and Berserk spray down onto that one as well. Fearless right now in some of these engagements. Anarchy will be able to trade it. So M4's picked up. Only 2 left on the map here for the side of Macquarie. And of course, the quick flank is coming in from Sangrius at a moment's notice. Berserk tucked underneath the box. Sangrius has been hurt by Anarchy, and the swing will come out. And somehow both efforts found their way into the site. But will be taken out by Hoofy. It's another round at T-side for Swinburne.
Yeah, they're just trailblazing a path ahead of themselves once again, you know, and it goes to show they're finding deep confidence in it through their map pick here, Tone, and Macquarie just struggling to find even an answer to what kind of intensity they're bringing right now. Like, albeit they have gotten close, but just not able to really take it one step further. So there you go, nice opening, straight through onto the site there, still got one up one of the lanes, then coming out, but they are falling back, and will be caught in the smoke. So once again, a decent way to begin here for Swinburne, and they just aren't stop, won't stop. They're looking to annihilate the whole squad at this point.
You can't stop. As we say, huffing the winning potion, Matt. Easy, man. Now, attentions towards Red Room, because there might be a player from Swinburne coming through middle, but also as well, a few more players coming for the CT hunt. It's going to be Wolfie leading the charge. Played over towards Donut as well. Sangrius, they could look to get this pincer on. I don't think Easy Man is long for this world. It'll be Sangrius to find it, and it will be 8 rounds Swinburne. And once again, this is feeling very reminiscent of Barrage, right? Macquarie are trying to throw a spanner in the work, get a little bit aggressive. Swinburne, they're just that one step. I was going to say they're looking a little bit more coordinated against the aggressive play. They're the ones that are playing the T side, and they're the ones getting aggressed again. So make that work. I was going to say CT side and Macquarie are the ones in the face of Swinburne.
Yeah, just placed into difficult circumstances, you know, over and over again here. Macquarie are struggling to find any kind of an answer. Like, they've definitely got potential, I believe, but I just don't know if they're going to be able to tap into it right now as we jump into round number 10 here. So, without further ado, let's get this one and down to business, as it's going to be all business down the midfield right now. Looking to see if they can carve their way through. Big nade straight through. Not going to be able to get the second one over the top there. Good to fall off. Oh, the crouch comes in clutch.
Now the crouch, big play there, just throwing off the angle from Swinburne. We'll be able to trade it out on towards A though. Blossom catching, swinging through. HEs will fly as well. Bogeth down to low HP, a slither. Blossom will try to get that bomb down in the face of Bogeth, who's being spammed out by his teammate. Play a deeper CT, deeper Donut as well, one as well towards the temple. This is going to be a multifaceted retake approach here from Macquarie, but they will lose out that first fight. Blossom still holding presence is been known here. Sporky slips through the smoke, and Blossom doesn't know. 4x3, he doesn't know that he slipped through. Fear will definitely, though. He'll check, he'll double clear it for him. Blossom, you need to sort the resolution out there, buddy. 9 rounds, though, to Swinburne. I was going to say, doable there if Sporky's at least able to get that donut trade, because I was going to say, I doubt Blossom's quick enough to react that one.
That's a 4x3 moment, if I've ever seen it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But no, definitely great to see they were able to trade that one out there, and yeah, luckily their teammate had their back. That's all I can say, Tony. You know, always got to have your teammates sticking it true and keeping it from going higgledy-piggledy when it just doesn't simply need to whatsoever. So, very eager for what else is going to be coming out of this one, Tony, is, you know, we've got lots of potential on its way through, I feel.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I was gonna say this is not the way Macquarie probably envisioned the CT side going for them. As we said, Ancient's one of those maps that you can find yourself in a hole if you're on that T side and it doesn't really work out with the aggression. But Swinburne, they're doing a lot of right now. I was gonna say a lot of early rounds that went their favor were over towards B, and then they changed it up. They're like, all right, we can just walk out A, throw 2 good smokes there, right the player donut, and the side's ours for the taking. And I was going to say for Macquarie, it's a lot of... I was going to say it's not like mechanical errors. I was going to say it's just a lot of micro errors that are happening here that's kind of losing them these rounds.
Yeah, and you really can't afford to be making, I suppose, these micro or slight errors consecutively, because otherwise Swinburne's just going to keep running a train, and that train is just going to keep rolling on and on and on. The coals will never stop burning, Tony, so certainly eager to see what they are going to be able to do heading forward here. You know, obviously there's going to be some tougher battles ahead, but the battle right here, right now, still going to be raging on.
I was going to say, we probably don't even get to see the train, right, Matt? If this is the way Swimmer are playing, this might be over pretty quickly. Of course, train the decider if we do see a miraculous comeback from Macquarie. And, we'll be seeing... I was going to say, what do they have, really? I was going to say, the money's not the best either. You know, we've got a few players about 4K-ish, so see a few M4s, but very limited utility for a few of them. Swinburne, you know, the rounds have stacked up. They've got 5 in a row. The money's great. And it's so interesting because the loss bonus is a thing that comes to play here. And just Macquarie, the fact that they haven't been able to keep steady with that loss bonus is unfortunate to see.
Yeah, you'd think they'd be able to play into that, I suppose, a bit more commonly, you know, considering the loss record there. But looks like it's just not meant to be in these ones, you know, obviously having a bit of... things to put across here, things to consider. I had to consider their stance as well, so very curious to see what else is going to be on board here, Tone. But while we get things all sorted on top of this one with our players, we are going to be heading to a short break, so don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back before you know it. Thank you so much for your patience, everybody. We are back. The AEL University Open Series here. It's going to be the grand final coming at you once again. Matt's in TwoTapTony into the map right now. Ancient is going down for real on this one, Tony. It's round 11 out of 12 in the first half. So, Swinburne, 2 more opportunities to take it double digits or there beyond. And Macquarie, a couple more opportunities to take the break and do whatever you can here. So, keen to see how Swinburne's approach goes. They're heading towards the site nice and quickly already up the ramp, setting up base cams. Breaks going out from Anarchy though, so nicely done there, finding 2 critical targets.
Yeah, some great entries from Anarchy in return, and Berserk goes through that smoke, trades 1 for 1. Anarchy able to answer once again. We'll see still 3 members up for Macquarie, 2 for Swinburne. They're trying to get that bomb down, and they will safely secure the plant. Sangris goes through that smoke. Very much not one that favors the T side. Hoofy as well will be able to find Attic. He's down into the 2 versus 1 at Sporky. Trying to get out to the cave. Tries to clear the close corner, but doesn't know that Hoofy's just sitting ramp, sitting pretty. Swinburne another round to their board, and we're already at the final of this first half.
My goodness, Tony, you know, it's moments like those where you think your round's going to go one way and then it just flips the switch and goes the complete other. A round is never set in stone until it truly is, and like that's why teams just need to really fight on, you know, give it their best and just do whatever they can. So, see how they go, but for now, going to be Xfear and Co. trading now 1 for 1 into the center stage and looking to see if they can catch Sporky as well.
Sporky's still alive. Will drop both Berserk and Hoofy, so bombs down. That's when you thought, well, you know, Fear's in a pretty good spot to trade it out. Will be traded back by Bogeth. Now it's up to Sangris. 1 versus 3 with the bomb dropped A main. Smoked off Donut. This is going to be a long round. Sangris to try and win here. Does think about throwing the molly there towards red. Stops the player from CT aggressing. Sangris, no utility left after using that molly. Sporky's just going to be sitting in the close corner. Sangris is going to have to be vigilant. There's so many angles to clear here, just close main. Might have to read. Let's flick to the head, but Sporky, he'll get one better on the angle, and it will be 2 rounds for Macquarie at least on the CT side of Ancient, but still, 10 is a blowout here from the side of Swinburne.
Yeah, even if they lose a couple, I mean, like, they've taken 10, so having a pretty clean path forward, I'd say. So really eager to see that will continue. Or, if there will be a bit of a switch up from the side of Macquarie now. They do have a timeout now being utilized. Coming in to this second portion here. Curious to see if they can match their momentum, if they can match that intensity that we've seen from Swinburne.
I'm going to need to match 14 kills out of Sangris in this one, 13 for Fear. Blossom up there with 12 as well, so double digits for 3. You know, Berserk, Hoofy just playing very supportive roles, and team really doing it all. I was going to say it was kind of, I guess, those 3, Fear, Blossom, and Sangris back on Mirage that were really dictating a lot of the early fights, and that's why they're at where they are right now. Macquarie, quick tack into the pistol round, a very important T-side pistol for them. Stay alive in this series, and we'll stay alive in this map at the moment. They're going to be taking it a little bit slower to the pace. Early molly here. Sangris is going to get aggressive with the Berettas and will be able to find that first pick. So we go over towards ramp as well. Blossom will be able to find 2. He dodges out Bogeth as well. He will be able to pick up Swinburne to 11.
Oh my goodness. Can you believe what we've just witnessed, Tony? Macquarie, crumble. Accounts there. Swinburne will be able to power ahead for 11. So, looking super duper solid into these rounds now, taking it 11-2. Macquarie, there's a time to pull through. It is right here, right now. So, see if they are going to be able to do just that, as already the fight has come through to cut Macquarie off there. Nicely done. Trade coming out, one in the same. They're bringing the pain. It's going to be the CTs. Carrying ahead, though. Kanaki. Last player standing, running out of bullets. Nice and quickly here. They will be able to get it done. So that's going to be a map and a series point in favor of Swinburne.
I respect that out of Hoofy, honestly. I'd be holding mouse on there too. Just, secure the kill. More important, secure the round, secure match point. Swinburne looking lights out here in the grand final, and for Macquarie, it's unfortunate. I was going to say, kind of just ran out of steam after maybe their semi-final match, ran out of strategy. HE early flight there towards the ramp. Blossom will be taken out though in the process. Excellent here. In a range like this is probably not the best. It is going to be Berserk though to follow up with 2. The bomb is down and secured. Macquarie will be able to trade it back. Sporky finds 1. 2 versus 2. Hoofy already up on the ramp here. Will cross with Bogeth. They have traded positions here and neither knows, but Hoofy will clear his corner. Now it's left to Sporky. Stuck in cave right now. Goes for the swing onto Sangrius. Hoofy on towards the bomb. Does go for the tap there and goes for the shot and will be able to pick it up. Swinburne in dominant fashion. Gonna have to wait out the full defuse map, but it will be a 2-0 here in the grand finals for them.
GG, well played, and they are going to be crowned our champion here in the Open Series Grand Final. Well played to Swinburne. They are going to be claiming this one for their own. So, GG, well played there, and what a series that was, Tone.
Yeah, very dominant one out of Swinburne. I wasn't expecting that of all things. I was going to say, the one player I recognized was Sangrius. I was going to say one of those guys that's been on Swinburne for a little bit and always wanted to put up numbers, but I was going to say backed by a solid roster. Fear had their rounds. All of Swinburne really had their rounds to prove there, so props to them. They earned it as a team, and I was going to say unfortunate for Macquarie, they just didn't show up today.
Yeah, just weren't able to turn up when they needed it, so unlucky, unfortunate, but GG's nonetheless there. So fantastic result coming out from our teams here today. I think they put in a lot of hard work and definitely appreciate their efforts in today. Speaking of who we appreciate, it's going to be our sponsors. So a big shout out to AGON by AOC, the #1 gaming monitor brand in the world. AGON by AOC provide best-in-class monitor solutions for gaming and all other needs.
And of course, as well, power up your game with the latest HyperX gear at Officeworks. Push performance to the limit with the latest in gaming tech. From high-spec precision gear, Officeworks has what you need.
That's it. A big shout-out to them there as well, but a big shout-out to Indomie, the noodle partner. Made with high-quality flour and selected ingredients and spices. A plate of Indomie mee goreng will certainly brighten up your day. Try any one of the flavors available today from your local grocer or at indomie.com.au. So big shout out to them as well. But speaking of shout outs, make sure you check out AEL on all of our social medias. That's AU Esports League, whether it's on X, whether it's on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, you name it, we are on it. Make sure you check it out to see all the highlights from the AEL action there. But everybody, this has been Matsy. This has been TwoTapTony, bringing you the CS2 Open Series Grand Final. It's been a pleasure to be on board with you all once again, and we will catch you into the next one. Thank you so much, and have a great night.